Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It's the last run I'm going to have before we swap back, go over to ETS for a few days. So looking at the jobs out of Ontario, again, this is a base map city, so I'm not surprised that we have multiple items that we're able to haul from here. So I'm actually going to take a slightly longer trip here than has been typical recently. Again, they're within my ranges now, given that I've kind of said second level, willing to go to 600. So everything I'm seeing for the most part shows me that. Benefit here too is we're getting $1.15 a mile, partially I'm sure because it is a rush delivery. So we're going to get a bonus for that as well, taking these aluminum profiles. But the goal here, again, is getting myself back to California. I'm just worried, again, if I keep moving away and move east, that I may start running into problems. So there was something up in Myers, Utah. There was another thing in Delta, Utah, which was like down here. So I could have gone this way and still been in a more American cities location. But then again, we've got, a little bit of a gap here, even though Nevada has some things. I'm just thinking if I can stick over here, I'm going to have my best options. This is the only California choice I have. Obviously, just barely getting into the state. But the other benefit we'll have is we continue to try to gain experience with the GDC traffic mod. Just give it another shot. Obviously, it's 7:29 a.m. on the weekend now, so this will be, at least in the beginning, a mainly daytime run. So all in all, we should be able to experience a different scenario. There has been no update in the traffic mod. Not that I was expecting one, but there has not been one since the last episode. So this is the same version as that if you're just trying to compare and contrast. All right, so I've gone ahead and hopefully made a change for the contextual hints is the setting that I think would most likely be the one that was bringing up the little boxes that occur. Because again, the way things are set right now, because it was sometimes restarting when I stopped at sorry, I was trying to get set. All right, we do have a GPS on board, so we're not gonna pop that up. But 591 miles, but yeah, I've got to basically do the double start, basically kind of turn the electrical system on and then turn the ignition on. And so when I, as opposed to the automatic start, which just is hit the gas pedal and go. So I've got that set up, but with the contextual hints, it's always like, press the E and, whatever it is, and that isn't... It reminded me that I haven't changed things, so hopefully we'll have fewer things popping up. Not sure in this truck where the way station indicator is. We don't have anything. It might be hanging up on the top, so we'll have to see as we get near a way station what happens. What are we waiting? Oh, okay. He's turning left. I'm like, what are we waiting for? Thought we were having a weird traffic situation. So over time, obviously, there'll probably be less focus on the traffic. I think it's still gonna happen for several episodes because I'm really paying a lot more attention to it because, yes, I want to make sure that I'm providing any feedback I can, but also just, that it's working in a way that is enjoyable. So,
get ready to turn right.
As I said, we're not really going to have time visible. I don't see a clock here
right.
On my dashboard in the truck. Some trucks do have a time. So anyway, let me get myself up to speed here to 65. Willing to do that on interstates, which is obviously where we're at. But yeah, some traffic, obviously, for the local roadways. We've got a pickup coming the other way here on the interstate. Looks like some vehicles there, so definitely, you know, it's working. What I don't want is not having anything, which was what was happening a little bit before this modded traffic behavior. Is sometimes it would be really light because they were more focused on the behavior than the density. But now this whole point of this is it's addressing the density, obviously still with all the changed traffic behaviors. And so we just obviously want to make sure that that goes well. So we've only gone 5 miles so far, but that's partially because of how
Keep right, and then exit right.
how this is all working out. It still feels like really quick for that turn, but I've saved a couple rollovers with the physics, but I'm sure at some point I'm going to fail, so I'd rather not put myself in that position. So we did cross over into Idaho. Whoop. I did not expect that abrupt stop. Yeah, I kind of figured that type of thing, like pull up and go. I'd have to look if that is how the traffic behaved before. He's very nice, but I might have been stuck in. I do have a little bit of a nose on this, so. But let's just take a quick look at them, because this is a longer thing. So it looks like we're gonna hit Jordan River, Burns Junction, Basque in Oregon. Then within Nevada, probably discover McDermott. Definitely going to go through Winnemucca. I'm not quite sure why it's having us go that way, so let me just zoom in. Is there a break in the map? No. Oh, I see, because this just goes underneath, and if we want to get on the interstate, we need to get to an entrance. Okay, and then we'll get through Reno, which obviously is a base city. I think Carson City is as well. And then we'll go through South Lake Tahoe into Myers. So several discoveries here for sure. And as you can see, 575 miles to go. So let's see. We've got 45. Okay. I'm always a little leery on the roads here, because sometimes it's just more challenging on the side roads, so. But we'll give it a go. You know, obviously since the mileage hasn't ticked up substantially, I think finally we're far enough away where it's like, yeah, every 2 to 3 seconds we're getting another one. I'm gonna go up to 55, but I'm not sure that I really should go much faster than that on these roads. Even though it's 65, what I've found is the tip over is substantial. Otherwise, it probably still will be at 55, but we'll take a look. We'll see how it goes. Alright, wasn't quite feeling that the head tracking was accurate, so just want to be careful with that. Yeah, and I shouldn't say accurate, it's just if I turn it on, I'm not liking this, because I'm worried. Oof. Like, it clearly tightened up at the end there, and I'm like, I don't want, you know, if I turn my wheel, that's what kind of prompts the physics where it's like, all right, I'm having to do more here. And then I just felt like I couldn't slow down, but obviously I was going off the road. So it was a 55-mile-an-hour turn. So I probably should have taken that as a notice and slowed down. Because I'm sure, once again, a lot of the speed limits are just as they are in real life in the US. They don't always have the truck speed limit, their vehicle speed limits, and they just have different physics than a truck does. So I should probably always be at least 10 miles an hour below what is recommended on just a regular situation. But the bigger danger is these where, you know, there is no sign, and so in theory I'm able to go, but I don't know if I really am or not. So right, so now we're back into Oregon again. I think we had 3 cities. See, so that one I think said truck 65. The speed limit was 70. Alright, this is definitely tighter. I may have missed a sign. I was kind of trying to see where we were going. Yeah, it's hard to see the GPS on this truck, at least the way it was working, but sun is finally starting to come up. Oh, somebody, horse trailer, whether there's a horse in there or not, can't really see. But certainly something a little bit more out west you'd expect to see. Alright, so we're gonna slow this down, and then it looks like we have another pretty tight turn coming up there. But yeah, now we're down to 518 miles, so we've gone like 60 miles since we've exited the interstate. So it does then move the time faster along with the mileage, obviously, because it's all tied together a little bit. So the time is also 1 to 20, where, you know, a minute in the game will go by in, you know, I guess 3 seconds or something, which is, then again, when we're going 60, about why we see the miles go down every 2 to 3 seconds. But we gotta slow down to 40, because we're getting into our first town here. It looks like Jordan Valley. Alright, so again, it's daylight, probably approaching 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. You know, little town, hard to know. This might be a 4-way stop up here, or it might be a light, but we're gonna have to turn right. But traffic just went through, so that's why I'm thinking it's a light, not yeah, because they're turning left pretty quickly. Is that Domino's truck parked in the driveway? Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
Get ready to turn
No, it looks like it's nothing. It's just a small road, and
Turn right.
nobody's coming from the left side, so... Oh, and this is somewhat interesting, because it's... You certainly will have that in towns where the road, even though it looks like it turns, because it's kind of a T intersection, you know, it's really just a continuation. Now, we probably don't have a stop, but there might be someone in front of us who wants to turn left. I don't know. So I just don't know if the horse trailer is that. But we've got a pretty steady flow of vehicles. So again, a little busier than we would like. And again, with urgent deliveries, oh boy. Like, that would be... I'm really tempted to eke by, because I'm worried this is gonna Like, there's a lot of cars there, and I'm not seeing it. We'll see if they start filling in again. If they do, I'm gonna take off and try to squeeze by on the right here, even though that's obviously less, but this is, again, is part of the test. Like, what are we seeing? Ay, ay, ay. Because, yeah, I'm sure the time is just ticking away. But yeah, we certainly have a steady stream over there. That pickup is still it. So, alright, he's going through. So now let's see. There's another car. Come on, if you're in front of him, now is your chance to go. Alright, I think there was one vehicle. Now if it doesn't move... Alright. So yeah, he just didn't have a left turn lane on. Left turn thing on, but... Alright, so a bit, but... I mean, with the traffic we had, that would kind of work. I mean, there was not really a way... I mean, if he saw people turning right, but it was really only one at a time... Maybe he could have squeezed in there and made a break for it. Alright, well, we got Winnemucca is going to be coming up at some point. Alright, 45. So I assume once we get out of town, we can go 55. There we go. 70, 65. So just flip to 65 on my GPS. But again, we're going to stick a little bit slower, which on a long drive like this is where we got in trouble last time, where we really got close to the delivery time. And we might also be running late, because yeah, I don't have like the tired indicator and all that. But again, 45, so we're gonna wanna get ourselves down here so that we don't have any danger, especially given that we're going downhill now. But yeah, that's tightening up. But yeah, not an insane amount of traffic. I'd say it's reasonable. And we had one last episode, which was the modified traffic mod. We did have one intersection in a town as well. I think it was in Ellenberg, where we got held up for a bit. But then it was clear for the rest of the run. So, you know, it will happen from time to time with traffic that you're just going to get caught in a bottleneck. So that's okay. Yeah, I don't know if we were going through... I think we were going through Winnemucca, but that's 146 miles, it says. Hard to tell behind me. It doesn't look like we have a lot behind us. So again, with the traffic that is there... No, there is someone behind us. But the traffic coming is pretty steady. So I would expect something similar in our direction as well. But here's the next one, Burns Junction. And obviously getting the pop-ups for a city discovery are fine. Alright, so here is... Yeah, and I think our device is up there, so let's see. Will it be red, green? Okay, it's red, and it does say please pull into the... So it still does pop that up, but it is a little less obtrusive. Now, where... Alright, so where am I? I don't understand. How do I get there? So I literally have to go over there? Come on, really? So what do I have to do? I guess so. Alright. So we'll turn in. It's interesting. Yeah, it does have a sign, way station.
Go straight.
So hopefully we won't get in trouble. Because in theory, we passed it, but yeah, this is an interesting setup here. Not seen one like this. And again, this might be, oh, this literally is just the way station pulled off on the side. I thought this was like a whole road, but it's not. All right. So that's a little bit more challenging. All right, 67,000. Still 450 miles to go. I would say we're probably...
Get right, turn left. Turn
Now,
left.
okay. So I'm doing kind of a sharp left here to go back where we were.
Recomputing.
What do you mean recomputing? I'm not going to go the other way. So looks like, again, both of the roads coming in here are pretty, pretty backed
Go
up.
straight.
Okay. He's gonna pull out in front of me, isn't he? Oh, no, maybe he noticed. Okay. So that was nice behavior. Like, he kinda tried, but then was like, nah, he's coming. I better be careful. So that was actually pretty well done. Now, I don't know why we're going so slow, other than it's a hill and the truck maybe is having difficulty. But, yeah. So these are the things that hurt a little bit, because I'm on the clock, man. Come on. I can't pass, so, and even if I could, traffic's too steady the other way. But yeah, they seem to be very sluggish up the hill. I mean, we're not even going 20 miles an hour in a 65. So, oh goodness, I thought he was finally starting to speed up, but... Alright, and then we have Basque, which might slow us down again, or might have who knows what. Yeah, if we had gotten clearance to continue, that would have been a little nicer. Yeah, I don't know that I can turn on the cruise yet, because he's not accelerating at that same thing. Snow zone. Okay, I'm like, maybe we won't get Basque, but... Oh, they have like a French flag, so are they like tied to... Are they a sister city of the Basque region in France? And alright, so he had some difficulty up the hill. We don't have that much weight, we only have 35,000, so Summit, Blue Mountain Pass, 5,200 feet. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of with him, so I'm gonna... Whoop. Now what's gonna happen? Oh, come on. So now... alright. So, poor passing behavior. Definitely gonna try to remember that and note that for them. Because I thought the truck was gonna slow down enough. Now the question is, am I gonna have poor passing behavior? I hope not. I think we'll be good. So, alright. Because, yeah, he was struggling to make some progress through here. But, yeah, we'll have to probably send that out and note. Because what I thought was happening, especially the way the truck was slowing down, I thought the truck was going to let him in. And then they suddenly ended up nose to nose, and they had to wait, and I'm guessing then it pulled back in the lane once we were both passed, but it created a situation that would certainly be pretty nerve-wracking on the road if that happened in real life, because you kind of have two vehicles coming to a stop, and, we were able to slow down and all that, but, yeah, it was definitely not normal behavior. So yeah, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, because initially, like, normally the proper behavior would be, okay, you pull out, you realize you can't make the pass, you slow down and you fall back in behind the vehicle you were trying to pass. But he didn't do that either. So, either way. So, not perfect, but there's probably all kinds of variables and all kinds of things that can happen. And part of it is, again, I guess they'll need to make a decision of, is this still heavier traffic than they'd like to see on a roadway like this? Because you can see, as far as we can tell, all the way around the turn up that hill, like, it's a pretty steady stream of vehicles that are spawning here. And again, it doesn't mean that that's not what they're looking for, and they're not going to say, no, that's acceptable, we're okay with that. I mean, the fact that I was allowed to pass, given what we're seeing, but see, then there's breaks like this. So it does seem like things occur. And again, maybe it was like, okay, we're coming into McDermott. I didn't see he was turning left, so that was scaring me a bit. But it said, come see us again, so I'm guessing we have now left Oregon. But now we've got a good amount of traffic in front of us, 400 miles exactly. So we'll see. I think we're catching him up this hill. Slowed us down a little bit. Enough that I didn't have to turn off the cruise, but no longer. Alright, well, this gets more challenging now, obviously. The truck is having a bit of a problem getting through here. So this is where the traffic mod does definitely change. I mean, it has an impact to the gameplay because, it might make you be like, I don't like driving like this, and so I'm never going to take anything that takes me on these roads. I want jobs that are, off the interstate or something. And we will be shortly getting on I-80, and I think we'll be on that for a bit then. Looks like we've got some circling vultures up there. Alright, so hopefully the next one won't slow us all down. We'll be able to just gain momentum down the hill here, as hopefully can what looked like a postal service truck. And then hopefully we can just go up the other side and do our thing. Okay, that's a truck. I thought it was a state border sign. Because, yeah, only going 55 in a theoretically 70, like, everything should be pulling away from me. Again, don't know that I have, that I see anything behind me. I don't think I do. Alright, but they are definitely, that's like a DeLorean that just went by. Like a gold one. Interesting paint job as well. Aside from the fact that it's just an interesting car. You don't see those every day. They became famous in Back to the Future in that series, but they were kind of built in the 80s, and I guess whoever wrote the movie said, yeah, we're going to incorporate this. It's a unique vehicle and definitely does a place and time type of thing. Alright, so I think now we're really going quickly. I don't want to go that quickly. So it should start to slow down. If it doesn't, we're going to have a problem. Come on. Alright, we're sloughing off some speed now. Man. The momentum is certainly keeping up. It's not a sharp turn yet, so yeah, all I'm going to do is... Alright, That's too fast. I cannot keep going that fast. It's dangerous, it's nerve-wracking. Man, it's still, like, we're really coasting along here with the way things are going. So, alright. And now with him turning in, we're gonna have to slow down anyway. Because he has to accelerate, and he's not doing a great job of it. But we should be coming up on Winnemucca, I would think, and that is then when we have to make a left turn, kind of go around to get back to the interstate. And then I assume it'll be a little bit smoother sailing. That's an interesting little setup with those barrels. It kind of made a barrel man over there on the left. Well, not quite there yet, I guess. I figured we were kind of pulling in, but not seeing it on the map, and I guess dilly-dallying isn't going to help anybody. So yeah, just an arrow, but in theory not a hey, slow down turn. So yeah, this is relatively gradual, so we're good. Again, I think we're a little downhill, so it's not accelerating for that, so that's good. Just kind of watch as we go. Maybe this is finally it. Alright, we need to slow down. 45, which is where we're at. And yes, there's Winnemucca, so I think we're going to turn left here.
Get ready to turn left.
But a little over 300 miles to go.
Turn left.
But yeah, 280. So the appropriate signage is there. And he should keep going. Well, he's turning right, so I don't know. That actually makes it more difficult for me. I would have rather he completed his turn. But we got through. And again, maybe if I waited more, if I stopped moving, he would go. But I didn't want to get in an even worse position. And once again, we've already delayed ourselves a lot, so... But yeah, get up here, and then turn right, and turn right again.
Get ready to turn right.
Yeah, I know there's a wall there. I'm not turning into that.
Turn right.
Alright. So, getting used with the braking a little bit better with the physics mods, so... Because, yeah, a lot of times I've, like, rolled through those because I was so used to coming up on them pretty quickly and being able to stop, but...
Get ready to turn right.
You can't do that.
Turn right.
So yeah, the right turn behavior, not awful, but it created a challenge, and again, maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. But, alright, we'll get up here, and again, on the highway, we can go a little quicker. Because these are shallower, but I don't know that I'll go above 60. And of course, you know, as soon as we get up to speed, there's going to be a way station, and it's going to make us stop again. Because that is just how ATS rolls. Alright, now we're right at 300. So, not quite halfway yet. So just keep that in mind. again, we've kind of got to get away from Winnemucca to start chewing up some miles too. But I believe this is Nevada. Might be Utah, I don't remember. But obviously we will be hitting Nevada because we're going through Reno and things like that in Carson City. But I just don't remember if we're mainly in Nevada at this point, out from Oregon, or if there's some Utah involved. But nice sunny day, not rainy. I'll take it. It's interesting how it's rendering the lines. You can see there's like a little light white that keeps pulling itself back to display the dotted line that we have separating the two lanes. Whoop. I didn't really mean to slow him down, because now that's just potentially going to create a bigger problem. But I suddenly saw him and he freaked me out a little bit, and I drifted over. And then I freaked him out, and then he slowed down, and now he's back there. But one car behind us, that truck, appears to be what we're seeing there. I would say this looks like Nevada, but Utah is certainly similar in some places. Don't. Right, I mean, it is tipping, but not awful. Right. Yeah, I mean, tipping makes sense. I mean, we're not going slow, and they're not gradual turns. They're a little bit more aggressive, but anyway, made it through that, so that's trying to figure out what's over here. Just really interesting bushes, the way they were clumped. It couldn't tell if it was vehicles or something else, but it is not. But then we're gonna hit a good amount of towns one after the other shortly near the end, so that's gonna make things a bit more challenging. It almost looked on the GPS like it was shrinking back to a 2-lane road, but that would be relatively odd, because I'm pretty sure Interstate 80 makes it all the way to the ocean. So unless we have to turn off somewhere, that's one thing, but it shouldn't just turn into a non-interstate or a non-segregated highway type thing. So yeah, just trying to catch up, get things back a little bit on the normal schedule. I kind of binged Docked, and it took some time. It was about 30 hours that I spent in there, according to Steam. Even more time, given that I was rebooting and doing all kinds of things, and obviously then there was video editing. Like, at this point, all the videos are out on the channel. It's a shipyard simulator. It was actually quite enjoyable. It's well done, I think. Definitely some things I would have liked to be different. Mainly open-ended gameplay like this, where I just keep picking jobs and keep doing work and can do it as long as I want. But that is absent from that right now. But given that I could see there was an end point, it became more of a, all right, let's just get through it because I'm enjoying it, but that way we're not constantly trying to fit it into places. But it did cause a delay, so this is being driven earlier in the day than when it will be visible. I'm pretty comfortable that I'll be able to do this, exit out, get it uploaded, put together and uploaded, because again, there's not much, as I've talked about at the beginning of these series, given the fact that we need to drive. My goal is to do this all in a way that I don't have to edit the videos. I just put the markers in at the 3 places, the hauling, delivery, and debrief that I do in every video, and then just render it. So other than editing it and taking some things out in the beginning based on whatever I have in the introduction, that's really the only impact. All right, so we're getting there. Sun is starting to set. It's obviously getting darker. So, we might still have 2-3 hours. So would be great if we got there in daytime. I just don't know that we will. But it just feels like we're gonna run up on something pretty soon. All right, well, there's a way station on the other side. And it's many times they're on both sides. They just might be staggered, so we'll see if another one comes up. I would hope at this point we would be able to bypass it, but I do not think they're in reality like interconnected in the world. So it's not like the state, because let's say that way station we stopped in was in Oregon. It's not like Oregon's going to contact Nevada and say, hey, if this truck comes through, we just weighed him 3-4 hours ago, he was good, you can give him a pass. I don't think. Alright, it was tilted, which is good, because I think that helped. It definitely looked like it had a bank on the turn, because that did tighten up, but that truck was acting weird. Alright, we're getting near to town, I guess, because we are getting into some traffic, and it could be late afternoon, it could be rush hour, so there could be some of that. We'll move over. We'll see. See if we can get past a few of these. It looks like we can. All right, so yeah, so we're in Reno. So all well and good. The things got a little bit more defined. Okay. Probably want to be a little slower, so maybe this will be it here. In a city, usually they slow you down a little bit. There's a few sharper turns and things like that. We're 141 miles to go. So probably, still slightly over 2 hours in game time. My hope then is to get a Euro truck run done as well, so that's ready, because the start of each 4-day segment fits in the normal 7 a.m. video of the day time slot type thing. There's golf at 5 a.m., a video at 7 a.m., and then if it's not this kickoff day for the 4 days in a given truck simulator, then 3 p.m. would be a truck video. Now, I have started throwing other things in the 3 p.m. on those morning days, so I probably still will do that. So tomorrow there should still be 3 videos. It's just I've got enough of a backlog of things like Tower Simulator and whatever that even though I move things out a little bit, I'm starting to catch up to them. Alright. So this is not good because I need to go there. Alright. Okay. Road work on exit, as long as it's not a detour. I definitely don't have time for that. Alright, Carson City, yeah. We don't need to go to Susanville. So I just don't know if this is now gonna be another interstate, or... because, yeah, this seems to be like we're coming around. This doesn't help. I know he's struggling to get up a hill too, but yeah, this just seems like we changed onto another interstate. It's like we're coming up in between two. I don't know. I'm not sure what we have there. But I think we're going to merge over to the left, I think is what we've got. And I'd say that's just another interstate. So I'll turn my signal on, which hopefully will help. I mean, he has his on now. Man in a boat. Alright, we still have 100 miles to go. More than 100 miles to go, I should say. And then after Reno, we have Carson City relatively quickly. So I would expect that we're going to come upon that soon. And then we'll cross into California and have, again, South Lake Tahoe and then our delivery location. So we are getting close. Alright, we'll go speed back up to 60. Alright, so Carson City, in theory, is the next exit. Or that could be a bypass around Carson City that maybe we won't utilize. We'll see. Alright, so we go around and then... So I guess that was a little ways away, because usually you see a sign, you see the exit pretty quick, but maybe it was an early warning. So again, between Reno and Carson City, I would certainly expect more traffic, but yes, I think this is, like, it feels just, I won't say just right, but it feels good. Because you never know how busy it'll be on any given moment, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. I think that's really the bar that I'm trying to avoid, is where it's like, okay, I'm barely crawling, I'm going 20. And again, once in a while, I would expect, like, okay, if we were going through LA, like maybe the volume will be so high at certain times a day there that it's going to be stop and go traffic. But, and that would be different than what we've experienced in the truck sims for sure, but, right, well, I don't think we're going to get there in daytime. Still have 90 miles to go. Yes, we're moving along at a pretty good clip, but that's still an hour and a half of game time, even in the best of circumstances, and I don't think we're going to get there that fast. But there is... Okay, so I guess it's saying we're on 580 South, or we're going to 580 South. I don't know. But Carson City is straight, where Eli is off to the side. But I mean, the good news is we usually have like a couple hours once he starts yawning that he's tired and all that. So again, we'll be nice. We'll let him on. He will probably accelerate and take off, but... Alright, let me get back over... No, I think we have to go to South Lake Tahoe, so I assume we just keep going straight. The turn is a little scary, on the GPS at least, but it seems okay to drive it.
Right.
Okay. I guess. Oh, that was, oh, really? Okay, well, I mean, I knew we were going to South Lake Tahoe. Okay. So hopefully everything's good.
A new route.
But yeah, alright, it is a detour. And it's another one of those, like when the helicopter's there, I've tried to go around them before when I was like, alright, I'm too late, I'm gonna sneak by. Because I don't care, because I just want to get there. But again, this looks like maybe, because obviously we would turn and go right, but this interstate is kind of following that. So I'm guessing this is one of those where there's another entrance here that we're just not, that we can utilize, and then and then follow. Alright, Carson City's discovered. So that's nice, given that we haven't exited here. But still at 60, and again, it probably added a few miles to go and take this detour. Alright, freeway ends. So this now, and again, this was like 580 or something, so that's okay. But that means it's likely going to turn into a 2-lane, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on that yellow truck. Obviously looking at the lights ahead of us, I'm seeing brake lights. Yeah, this is a T intersection. I'm assuming we're going to go to the right, because that was where we were. But we'll see.
Right.
Yep,
And then
okay.
turn right.
Oh boy. Big, long line. It is a light. Just don't know this far back if we're going to get through it. And there is our breathing. So as I talked about, the right turns seem to be very careful. So with the traffic, that does become a problem. Now, are they...
Right.
I don't understand. Do they not have a light? Like, is there a left turn lane? Why are we getting all this? Because there's clearly traffic. Okay, now they're going. So there must have been a left turn lane that they were waiting for, that then allowed some of us to go through on red. Now I can't see, so... And again, he just started yawning. So... Alright, well now the light's green. So he was like... I don't know if there's like, they run a red light late. Like, I mean, he did seem to come through. Like, it was green for us when he went by. So I'm like, did he run the light? Which would be interesting too.
Turn left.
Alright, keep left and then turn left. So right here. Okay. Interesting. You know, and now it's probably 7-ish, 8:30. So again, I wouldn't expect a ton of traffic here. Yeah, it's an interesting way to go, but it works. I don't understand that red light in the middle there, but whatever. I thought it said welcome free rooms, but I don't think that's what it said.
Right.
Probably was free something in the rooms, but I swear it just said free rooms.
And then turn right. Turn right.
Is it because, like, in theory, I don't know. Definitely don't need it to give me bad directions, so I'm assuming then we're going to go left out of here at the end of the road, but we'll see. 55 miles to go, so we're not there yet, that's for sure.
Turn left.
But again, what I don't want is a lot of traffic that I'm waiting on in that regard. Alright, so that worked nicely because I was able to use behaviors that I would in real driving. I assumed that car would not stop, where sometimes in SCS you would, so I really just kind of did it. You know, I've gotten a little more comfortable, like, okay, it behaves the way it should behave. So that was excellent. So really, we just have the passing issue, and then, you know, again, is the traffic too heavy or whatever? So, alright, but we're leaving Carson City. In theory, it's up to speed again, but I don't know that I feel comfortable with what I'm seeing. So, I think I need to be careful, and it looks like maybe we get on a straighter, quicker road in a little bit there. Because, yeah, this is definitely a little squirrely here, coming out of Carson City. Oh boy, this I don't like.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh my god. Okay, oh, it's a light. Okay. So a line at a light is okay because, you know, that will happen. Now the problem is because we need to go left. Yeah, this is not great. All right.
Turn left.
I mean, yeah, see, that truck is going left, so we know he's not going through. Maybe the guy in front of him will go, but... Alright, we have 47 miles to go, and there's been a lot of yawning happening, so... Not a fan of that, not a fan of that, for sure. So, it definitely makes things take longer. Should make sense. I mean, having appropriate traffic, it's what happens in real life. But yeah, a 600-mile run like this, you feel it. You feel every minute of it, that's for sure. Alright, so yeah, doing a really long cross-country haul or something, that might be pretty intense. Alright. So, again, we're gonna go down to, say, 55, even though this says it can go 80. I think they're crazy. I mean, I'm already feeling tippy on this turn. Yeah, I don't like this. I mean, I don't like what I'm seeing here. So yeah, I don't know that we can do a whole lot. Wow. Yeah, this is a interesting roadway. So 37 miles. I mean, I think we'll be okay. We're not getting hey, customer wants delivery soon, because that's usually like when you have an hour left or so before you're oh, you're getting tired. Okay. I'm like, uh-oh, there's the message, but no, that's that you're getting tired, which is probably also still like an hour, or might even just be 15 minutes, but again, we're close, so we're gonna push through. First off, there's nowhere to rest anyway, even if we didn't want to push through. And yes, Lake Tahoe, at least what I'm aware of, I've never been to that area specifically. I know of it. It's a ski resort, whatever, so I assume South Lake Tahoe is mountainy too, so this is not unexpected. But yeah, I will tell you, with the physics and with the traffic... Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I thought it was a police lights, but it looks like it's just a gas station or something. Okay. I go around so we can get around this bus, and hopefully the Coca-Cola truck and all that will go quickly. Or not. Alright, well, the bus is speeding up, which is fine, but then we can get over there. So I think we're okay. 18 miles. And I think that's... Oh no, that's South Lake Tahoe finally. So we haven't gotten there yet. And then we'll get through there. And then we'll be at our delivery location. So I think it said we're entering California, so I think we finally got there. So we're 13 miles across the border. Yeah, it looks like right next to it is the city. Alright, 10 miles. And we've got a light. We're gonna have to go left, so...
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
We're gonna try. All right, 9 miles. We've stopped yawning. We're just, so maybe we're past our official time. I may get penalized, which would kind of stink, but you know, again, this is part of trucking to some degree. I mean, sometimes you're just really pushing your hours of service and all of that, and just trying to, you're like, I'm there, I'm not gonna stop and sleep for 10 hours now. I'm just gonna deliver, and hopefully they won't yell at me. So that's kind of what we're doing. But 7 miles, 6, so it should be, I mean, if nothing else, the time should slow down too if it's barely giving us things. But there's the delivery location. Right around the turn. Agricultural inspection station. Oh geez, really? Okay, well, we don't even have anything agricultural, but okay. Alright, but we don't have the choice. Alright, so this is intriguing because it almost looks like a roundabout with a bypass around it or something. I don't know what I'm seeing. Yeah.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So it is. It's like a roundabout with a bypass. I mean, that's good if you're not going into the town, I guess.
Exit now.
Okay. And Lennar is where we were going. Right. So here we are. And as long as we don't have
arrived at your destination.
Too much difficulty parking. Is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So can I... There's not a lot of space here. So this one is not going to be that easy. Whoop, 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 whoop. And hear people pounding away. Yeah, I don't think I messed it up too bad, so. Got those porta potties. I think we're kind of bumping them a little bit. Oh, there we go. All right. And then we'll get around here. What am I hitting? What am I hitting something? I don't understand. What am I hitting? There's nothing there. But yeah, it's not letting me back up. Yeah, it's literally like stuck. I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense. So can I not park there? Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it would not let me go back. I had to power through there, and it finally seems to have broken loose. Man, I really want to straighten this out a little bit more. Because otherwise I'm worried I'm gonna catch whatever it was. So it's like, it's almost like there's a edge from the building. Oh good, now we're getting that blackout thing. All right, I can't see where we're at. So yeah, it's literally like there's something there. I'm turning to the left. So yeah, there's like some... Alright, so we had a crash to desktop. Hopefully I can finish this. Alright, so luckily this is where it put me. Now I'm gonna need to basically get back here enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, but then I'm gonna try to pull forward now. Alright. So... Alright, so if I go this way... No. I don't understand. Alright. So I want to go that way. Because I should at least be able to get the... You know, hey... You're ready to park thing here. Alright. Can I go straight now? My goodness, this is really difficult because it's not giving me the hey, you can park here thing. Alright. I'm just taking it. Because yeah, this is clearly a difficult parking spot. But yeah, I want credit for it. I'm not, I mean, because again, losing that job after all that would be pretty difficult. Because again, if you abandon it, you get a penalty. All right, so a little bit of drama there at the end, but we made it work. So if you've not liked or subscribed, please consider that, and I will see you next time.